Good morning, Arizona. It is 9 o'clock, and right now we begin this hour continuing with our breaking news coverage. A Phoenix police officer shot multiple times early this morning.
Yeah, he was rushed to the hospital. We do know a suspect is in custody and was not shot. Take a look at this. It's video from the scene where it happened in the early hours this morning. This is in Phoenix near 15th Avenue and Camelback. So new this hour, Doug Ducey also tweeting out, the governor, about the situation. His tweet posted within the last 20 minutes saying Arizona is pulling for Officer Tyler Moldovan, and our prayers are with his family and loved ones. Law enforcement professionals put their lives on the line every day to protect our communities, and this terrible shooting is another example of the danger they face to keep us safe. Arizona's family covering this story from all angles with team coverage. Kylie outside the hospital where that officer was rushed to, and Maria at the scene where he was shot. So we know homicide investigators are obviously looking through evidence. So let's get out to Maria first.
Good morning, Scott. Now that the sun is up, investigators able to take a closer look at evidence here off 15th Avenue and Camelback. They are piecing together exactly how this happened and why the suspect opened fire. New this morning, we are hearing scanner traffic of the moment officers needed help.
Yes, shots fired. 999.
999 is the police code that says, again, officer down, that they need help. Police were in this area searching an apartment complex when the suspect shot Officer Tyler Moldovan multiple times. Scanner traffic also talked about possible drag racing. Initial investigation shows that the officer was alone in his vehicle, but other officers were around. Tyler just graduated from the Phoenix Police Academy in March, and here's what Phoenix Police Chief Jerry Williams says happened next.
The other officers on scene acted quickly and were able to get the suspect into custody. None of our Phoenix police officers were able to fire their weapons.
Overhead, you can see from our AZ Family News chopper the large scene and police presence. Police having to block off several streets while detectives investigate. Camelback, we know, is a major road, so avoid the area. There is limited access. In fact, we've seen a lot of traffic go through this neighborhood. Again, it's kind of an area where there are different apartment complexes, and in fact, back out here live, you cannot see exactly where this happened. There are multiple police vehicles in our way. We also know that there are the mobile command unit that's out here. We know when that's out here, they are going to be out here for several hours investigating. So still a lot of questions. How did this happen? Who is the suspect? Right now, there are officers worried sick about their colleague, wondering if he's going to make it as doctors and hospital staff try to save his life. And just imagine this morning how officers are feeling, the officer's wife, how the family is doing. It's really a call nobody wants to get. I will say, as cops come in and out of this area, you can just see on their faces how worried they are. So we are going to, of course, stay on this and let you guys know the latest, both on air and online. Back to you.
We just got a first look of the officer. We got a picture sent to us from the police department, and this just really puts it into perspective. It makes it feel real, right? First, we were out here, we didn't know the officer's name. Then we learned the officer's name, and now we see his face. We see his eyes. We see the smirk. This is him, 22 years old. Obviously, the picture shows he is a young officer. He joined the force about 1.5 years ago. Then he obviously went through the academy. He graduated from the academy in March, and I am told that just recently became a solo officer. So he just recently finished his field training. Tyler Moldovan right now fighting for his life. He is inside of St. Joseph's Hospital behind me, where doctors and nurses are doing everything that they can to save him. Let's go ahead and kind of walk you through everything that transpired over the last 8 hours or so. It started about 2 this morning. Officers were called to 21st Avenue in Hazelwood for reports of a car doing donuts. That investigation led them about 1 mile away to an apartment complex. This is near 15th Avenue and Camelback. Phoenix Police Chief Jerry Williams tells us that several officers, they were searching that complex when a suspect opened fire. It sounded like this all happened very, very fast. Moldovan was shot multiple times. Medics rushed him here to this hospital where officers have been camped out all morning, coming in and out of St. Joseph's. And we spoke to Chief Williams a few hours ago outside of the hospital. As she held back tears, she was visibly shaken up and emotional. And we talked to her about Tyler and the overnight shooting.
We're asking you to keep the Moldovan family, Tyler, Chelsea, 61 King Squad, the Phoenix Police Department, and our entire community in your thoughts and prayers. And I can say this, Tyler is doing exactly what we expect our police officers to do, and that's fight, and that's continue to fight. So please keep us in your thoughts and your prayers.
And you heard Chief Williams mention Chelsea. Chelsea is Tyler's wife. So he is married, and obviously we're thinking about her, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family and his friends, and we are just hoping that he pulls through. We don't know the extent of his injuries, but we do expect to learn more a little later on today when we get briefed again by Phoenix Police. We also don't know much about the suspect or anything about the suspect. All we know is that person is in custody. So Scott and Olivia, certainly a difficult morning for the entire community and for the Phoenix Police Department. And your heart really breaks when you see that picture. This man, this 22-year-old, called to serve and shot in the line of duty, protecting all of us and doing obviously what he loved.
Kylie, thank you. And of course, we'll continue to follow this throughout the day and week. So be sure to download our free AZ Family News app. We'll send you up-to-the-minute updates on this breaking news story, as well as any other breaking news alerts out there. We also